So, as we eagerly await the arrival of Godzilla Minus One, I thought I'd do a quick video talking about, well, another major event an event happening soon in terms of comics. And that is the upcoming event DNX, which will be an X-Men Fantastic Four event, which we haven't really had one of those in a while. The X-Men, when we usually have X-Men events, which it's odd because I didn't talk about Book of Revelation, probably because I don't have that comic yet. That hasn't come out in trade, I don't think. And it's funny because now that I'm back at what I like to call Site B, I'm going to be starting to read the X-Men books I have over here that I haven't read yet for my friend Chris. But yeah. So this is the next X-Men event. And I know people go, why are there so many X-Men events? I've heard this, and I thought this would be an interesting time to talk about that. The reason why we have so many X-Men events is mostly due to Mutant Massacre. Mutant Massacre was the first, real major X-Men event, and it sold so well that essentially what happened was that Marvel at the time basically said, every year we're going to have an X-Men event. And that's why every year we have a major X-Men event. But sometimes we do have the X-Men events, and they do mix in with other titles, mostly with Avengers. So to have it be with the Fantastic Four is kind of a nice change of pace. And for the comic that we're dealing with here and the nature of this comic, it actually does make a lot of sense as to why the Fantastic Four are here. I also really do like the pairing I always enjoy the pairing of X-Men and Fantastic Four. Those two teams are always, I feel like those two teams are way more cordial than the Avengers are in the past with the X-Men. I mean, now they're kind of cool after Fall of X, but still. It always felt like outside of X-Men versus Fantastic Four, the FF and X-Men have always been kind of like, oh, we're cool. Anyway, so DNX, from what we know so far, will be an event written by Jed MacKay. And Jed MacKay, this will probably be his, I believe, second event he's written. The other one, the other event that he wrote was... why am I... Blood Hunt. Oh my God, why did I forget that name? But yeah, Blood Hunt was his first big event. This will be his second one. And I am I think this is a cool premise, but I feel like we've done this before a few times. DNX is basically the mutant gene has become a virus among humanity, and it's speed evolving people into mutants. Now, I guarantee you already that this is how we'll be getting some new mutant characters in X-Men. This is for sure going to be how we get more new mutant characters in the realm of X-Men. Now, the other major thing is that this is, for those who don't know, Beast, the original Beast, is the head of this secret organization. And I have to be honest, and I've talked about this in the Wolverine, when I was doing a review of Wolverine's the Ben Percy Wolverine run, where in that comic, essentially what had happened in there was that Beast, the original Hank McCoy, had gone rogue, and he was now killing humans and stuff like that. He was killed by Wolverine and X-Force, and they did bring back a surviving clone that only had knowledge of everyone from all the way up till to a point, because he didn't know who Jubilee was. It's a whole thing. And one of the few things I didn't like about the Krakoa era is what they did with Hank McCoy. So now it's been revealed he's still alive. He's now in a white Beast body, and he's more or less behind this virus. So this, like I said, we've had these X-Men events before, and I feel like we've done viral mutant outbreaks before. I definitely feel like that's been a thing in the past. And I already guarantee you, because right now, currently in the X-Men books, is that there's a tenuous alliance between, a ceasefire, if you will, between humans and mankind after Fall of X. Although I haven't read Book of Revelation, so that might have changed. But I do think after DNX that that's going to end, because God forbid the mutants ever get a moment's breath, right? At no point is mankind allowed to, mutant kind, allowed any chance of hope or a moment's or a moment's peace, because mankind is just that level of shittiness. So I'm curious to see what this mutant virus will do, and does it affect other metahumans? Ugh, couldn't get the word out. I'm curious if it's going to affect like the Fantastic Four. Is it going to affect other mutants? And how it's going to is it going to be able to be cured? Obviously, it's going to be cured at the end of this event, but I wonder if there are going to be some people who get their X gene activated and it doesn't change. Because again, this is how we're probably going to get new mutant characters for X-Men books. But yeah, so all in all, it does feel like your typical, like every so often we do get an X-Men storyline or event that does involve a virus, like dating all the way back to the Legacy virus. So this is nothing new, but we'll see what Jed MacKay does with it. Anyway, you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of DNX? Does this sound like an interesting X-Men event for you? Or is this is this going to be, are you going to be skipping it? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.